Right then, we're going to kick off with the Daily Mail. Leo, what are they leading? Well, we know what they're leading with, the same story as everyone else.
Yeah, they managed to get it out. Probably wrote it on a typewriter. It's global IT meltdown shows peril of going cashless. So cashless is a thing. It's like little bits of paper people used to use to exchange for goods and services. Yeah, now apparently half of Britons leave their house with only their phones as a means of payment. We call those people women. And it means, you know, without the systems working, you've actually got to swap your phone for whatever you're buying. So unless you're buying
bartering, right?
Yeah. So unless you know what you're getting is the same value as an iPhone 14, then it's not an efficient system. I don't totally understand what caused this IT meltdown. There's a cybersecurity update that rolled out and didn't, when it hit Windows computers, they crashed or whatever. Some people on Twitter have been speculating that it's because of diversity, equity and inclusion.
But of course, you wouldn't like to speculate yourself. You're merely reporting on the speculations of others.
Oh no, I was one of those people.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But it's interesting, these companies that are all like, oh, we're so focused on diversity, equity and inclusion. It's like, well, should you not just be focused on getting the job done and maybe a meritocratic hiring system and, you know, having that as your core business?
No, I want to be surrounded by a diverse group of people, not necessarily the best group of people. That's that's hence the headline. Steve, you know a lot about this kind of technical stuff. Is there a way...
with no friends, yeah.
That's right. I wasn't going to say it, but could you explain to us in a non-boring way why this has happened?
No.
OK, could you explain to us in a semi-boring way?
Yes. So you need these updates all the time. They patch problems that stop hackers doing stuff, malware getting into your computers. The cybersecurity firm had to roll out an update, but these days there are so many updates, they're all automated.
Yes.
So in theory, you should roll it out and test it and then release it, like a good old service pack in the good old days. But there's too many of them, so they just happen. This one caused a problem so that Windows thought it wasn't configured properly, wouldn't turn on. The solution, they then, within a few hours, they were saying, we've got a patch for you, don't worry. As if that makes it easy. Yeah, just log on to the website. Oh, no, wait a minute, your computer doesn't turn on. So you've got to find a way, probably just booting it into safe mode, or using Linux. Everyone, get on Linux.
Or what about Apple? Why don't you stick to Apple? Because I believe Apple is virus-free.
No, it's not. No, there's a JavaScript one, I think, there's a JavaScript exploit. I know that'll be gone these days.
I mean, all of this reminds me of the Y2K thing. This is like what would have happened if that happened.
Yeah, it kind of is, although planes didn't fall out of the sky.
Oh, did they?
And I've got to be honest, as a Scottish person living in London, I'm looking forward to a cashless society because, you know, as a Scot trying to spend Scottish money, I had somebody stop me in the supermarket. The cashier was like, oh, is this real? He holds up my Scottish £20 note, the biggest denomination you can get in Scotland.
Yes.
So as if I could fake money, I'd fake Scottish money.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't, would you? But no shops accepted. And this is the thing about this, Steve, is... Yeah. The way the Mail is spinning this is about perhaps we should go back to a cash-based society.
Yeah, the good old days when you'd buy a flight in cash at the check-in, or what was the other one? The GPs. Yeah, the good old cash would help the GP. No, because it was trains, GPs and airports. They were all crippled. How did we notice the difference? One of them was Trans-Pennine Express. That barely moves anyway, so the fact that they managed to work it out... No, look, on days like this incredibly rare event, having cash would solve the problem, but you'd have a worse economy because it'd be very difficult to do all of this stuff that requires technology these days.
Well, I was in Vegas the other week, and at the conference I was at, they were spending these sort of notes made of gold, where the notes themselves contained the amount of gold that is the value of the note.
Right.
What about that?
Yeah, that'll really speed things up when you're trying to get on your train. Like, when I get a train, there's an app where you just buy the ticket, beep, scan the barcode, go in. There's no queuing anymore. So, yeah, for the one day, there's a problem. And by the way, were you putting these gold things in the stripper's garter? Is that what you did with it, because you're in Vegas?
I mean, I wouldn't do something so degenerate.
You get someone to put it in the garter for you.
But other people certainly would. Anyway, we're going to